Let's do it. Hello, everybody. Hi, everyone. A very warm welcome to Share the Love Sundays. If you're here, then say hi in the chat. We'd love to see you. And this is an interactive interview. So if you want to ask questions to our wonderful guest, Mark, today, feel free to pop that in the chat and we'll check in with you periodically throughout. Hello, Rog.
Oh, hi, Rog.
Welcome.
First here. Well done. Okay, well, welcome, Mark. So this is Mark Moser, and I'm going to ask you, what is your channel about, and why did you start your channel?
So my channel is about fitness. I started just playing around, just something to do once COVID started, and then it just turned into something that I kind of like really enjoyed. A few people said that it was helping them out, so I was like, all right, let's run with it.
Perfect. Yeah. And I see your channel is already over 1,000 subscribers. How did you get there so quickly?
Well, I decided like once I was going to do it, I was just going to really like try to promote it. So I mean, I joined lots of different Facebook groups. I promoted on my Instagram channel and just like kind of tell everybody about it. I still need, I'm still nowhere near being monetized. I need a lot more, watch time, but
Oh, right. So you've got the 1,000 subscribers, but you still need the how many hours of watch time?
4,000, isn't it?
4,000 hours of watch time.
4,000 hours, 240,000 minutes. That's a lot.
Not even worth it minutes.
Not that we're all counting. Yeah, I know. Tell us about it.
That is a long time, though, isn't it? It is when you think about how many people need to watch. It's a long time.
Yeah, it is. It's a long road to get there, but hopefully when we all get there, it's going to be worthwhile.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, because once you've created the content, like it's always going to be there. And people will go back and look at your stuff. So I mean, I've heard stories of YouTubers that were about to like quit after like the first year or two, and then also something went viral, and then people went back and started watching like all their old content, and that went viral too. So.
That's perfect. So never give up.
That's reassuring,
that's good to know.
It?
Yeah, exactly. Especially if somebody gives up and then suddenly their channel eventually takes off. That's good to know. So yeah, it's strange, isn't it, Mark? Because we sometimes see that one of our older videos has got quite a few views all of a sudden, and we think, why is that? So yeah, it's interesting. How important is good nutrition and exercise for our health, Mark?
Oh, I mean, it's paramount. I mean, so like nutrition is like the main thing just in general, because what you put into your body fuels it and essentially like builds up like the cells in your body. So it definitely is like more expensive to eat healthier, like shopping at like Whole Foods, whatever, as opposed to like going to McDonald's. But like in the long term, it's health is wealth. I mean, like one of the biggest financial burdens is like long-term health in like older age, so if you think about it that way, it's hugely important.
That's a good point, actually. Yes, because you invest when as soon as you can, because it will pay dividends financially as well as to your health in later life.
That's an investment. Yeah,
it is an investment. Like yeah. So let's talk about exercise. How often should we exercise, and for how long, and sort of at what intensity in general? Are there any rules of thumb?
So I'm under the belief that like movement is medicine. So like a lot of people, the reason why they don't exercise is they think that they have to like earmark out like an hour or 2 hours like every day, 4 to 6 times a week, when it's like no, in all reality, it's just like if you're moving, if you're doing something, just like kids, they don't really have like exercise per se. I mean, they do in like PE or whatever, but they're just playing. It's just fun, but they're moving, they're jumping around, dancing, whatever. So it's the same thing.
So things like if you're in a store, take the stairs instead of the elevator or the escalator. If you're in an airport, whenever that is, don't go on one of those things. Walk
unless you need to catch your plane quickly.
Oh yes, then run on
absolutely. Don't be late.
Yeah, I think that's very true. I think, you know, what puts people off is the fact that, oh, I've now got to work out, and I've got to work out so intensely, and I've got to set 1 hour or 2 hours aside to do this. Whereas, you know, continuously, would you say continuously moderate exercise with a few sort of more intense moments works rather well?
Yeah, so like actually that you almost just described like HIIT workouts, so like high intensity interval training. So you know, normally those workouts could be anywhere from like 5-10 minutes to like half an hour, all depending on like what you're doing. And a lot of times you're just using like your body weight, so you don't necessarily need any type of equipment, and you can do them anywhere that you feel comfortable. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, Mark, because I think it puts a lot of people off. They think, oh, I've got to buy some weight, or I've got to buy this or that, and I've got to get a gym membership, you know. But really, you can use your own body weight to actually give extra sort of impetus to the moves.
Well, yeah, I mean, so like I mean, even from like a long time ago, you talk about like cavemen or whatever, you know what I mean? That's all you really had was like your body. I mean, people started using tools and stuff like that, but I doubt that they were thinking like, oh, if I lift this tree branch, I'll get stronger type of thing. But you know, you just do stuff, and there's always progression. So like even with push-ups, like you have your standard like regular push-up that people know, but if that's too hard, you can do it like on your knees or like in an elevated position. But then there's also like ways to progress it and make it harder. You know, you can do like explosive push-ups where you like clap or get off the ground, or like in a decline position. I mean, and some people can do handstand push-ups, or even like you know, the real beast, they can do like planche push-ups where your like feet are actually like in the air. I can't.
Oh my goodness! Wow, yeah.
We'll work up to that.
We'll work up to that. Yeah, we did a Rocky spoof, Rocky intro spoof video once, and we did a little thing where I was trying to do one of those press ups where you clap, and then Lucy was actually pulling me up.
Oh, did you see? There's this video. It's huge on TikTok. There's a this lady, and so she's like doing all this stuff, and she's like and all these people are doing like duets with her, but she was like up against the wall and had the camera coming from up top. And so you see like the little dog like walking by, and everybody's like, oh my God, like I was trying so hard, like she was making the whole time.
Oh, that's so brilliant. Oh, good for her. Oh, who have we got in the chat, Lucy?
Oh, KG's here. Hi, KG.
Hi, KG.
Welcome.
You.
Thank you for coming. And
yeah. How you doing,
oh, what about your dad?
Oh, Dad's here too. Hi, Dad. Sorry, I missed you.
Hey, Pops.
Yeah, hi, Pops.
Yeah, hi, Pops. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, dear. So, if we do want to buy some special equipment, what would you recommend, you know, basics that we need to buy to actually, you know, to use extra sort of resistance or a weight?
So I mean, I say it always depends on like what do you like to do, and then you know what you can like financially afford. One thing I recommend to a lot of people is like the rubber resistance bands, because you can get a set for like $25-$30 or whatever. You know, you can get ones like they come with the handles or not, that you can hang from like your door frame or whatever, but they can simulate dumbbells or weights. And then you can also do different things because you can hang them from different points. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can essentially make them emulate the cable machines in a gym.
Ah, right.
You know, so like bang for your buck, that's the best bang for your buck, you know.
Yeah, I've got resistance bands, but I've never hung them from the door. I think my husband's going, oh my God.
Just don't hang them to see Mum bringing down the whole frame.
Well, no,
like I'm so heavy.
No, it's not. No, it's like you're not hanging. Like you're not like, it's not like a pull up. You know what I mean? Where you're like your weight is from it, but like they have like a little thing that goes like when the door closes, it like stops it so you can pull it, or you can like wrap it around the hole or whatever. You know, so like a lot of times in like basements, or you know, you have like these like solid metal like support beams that you can wrap around, or like if you have a like a deck or whatever, you know, with something strong, you can you can just wrap it around and now you can like pull it or do whatever.
Oh, brilliant! Because I was envisaging like a bungee jump.
No. It's not. You're not hanging from it, but it's like, so they go from like 15 pounds to like my set is like 15 pounds to like 150 pounds of resistance. They do have ones that are stronger than that, but that's like, you have to like search for those though.
Yeah.
But like the general sets though, you know what I mean? It's like, because now you can do stuff for your arms, legs, whatever, and with like different variable resistance, or you can even double up on some of them depending on what you're going to do. If like you're doing like squats or deadlifts.
Yeah, I do that. I sometimes put 2 or 3 together if I want extra resistance. So yeah, it's a good idea, and they are very affordable.
Which is important, because a lot of people are suffering at the minute, aren't they? Because their gyms have closed, or maybe they just don't want to go to the gym because they feel like it's not safe at the minute, or it's hard to know sometimes like what to invest in, but these seem like you can do a lot for not a lot of investment.
Yeah, like, so I mean, I still have a gym membership, but I've only been like 4 or 5 times since COVID hit.
Yeah.
I don't like working out in a mask. Plus, it's just I've only gone when I'm gone with friends, because like they want to go, and so like I do enjoy working out with people. But like if I'm just working out by myself, like as far as right now, like I'm just doing everything at home. But also like with the weights or whatever, I did a video about this. Like weights have gone up to like $2-3 a pound. Like people are just making like all types of money. When COVID first hit, people were like buying everything, even to the point where people started making weights out of like concrete and selling them for like up to like $2 a pound. And I'm
Oh
like,
my goodness.
It's genius, but it's just not affordable. So it's I mean, every once in a while you can find a deal or whatever, but
I know my husband, he bought some weights when the gyms closed, and he was looking online. It turned out a lot of people were buying them from the site and then reselling them at like a ramped up price on eBay or something, like making some profit from these weights, because people want them, people need them when the gyms have closed, and people are jumping on board to make a quick dollar, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. I have got a personal question for you.
Oh God.
All right.
No, please.
I'm just gonna let that stew for a minute, because I just want to say hi to Teresa and Cam, because they have to dash off. They say, hi everyone, we can only stay for a moment, but wanted to stop in and show support, to say hello. Thank you guys. And we made sure to smash that like button.
Oh yes, please everyone, smash the like button. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and they're going to check out your channel, Mark.
Oh, yes, that was that wasn't what I was going to say, but I was going to say that earlier, that if you do, I'm wondering what sort of exercises you can do and do them safely, or want some sort of routine, check out Mark's channel, and we have got a link in the description, and so check it out, because he's very, very clear and concise about the exercise and about the technique. So I'll put my question on hold and ask you another one. How important is it, Mark, to actually get the right technique when you're exercising?
It's really important. So especially when you're just starting out, like you can go in and you can just start lifting stuff, but as you get start lifting heavier weights, whatever, you want to avoid injury. So it's better to learn the technique at first, so you can program your body, it's like the muscle memory, so you're doing it the right way, because it's not worth it to hurt yourself and then be out of commission for a week to months.
Yeah, exactly. And lots of people do that, and I think you really describe the technique you should be using so well, and demonstrate it. And I guess people could always sort of look at themselves in a mirror to make sure, because you think, say, your back is straight, but actually it's not, so if you sort of did it next to a mirror, that might help you, or a friend, they could say, oh no, you look like a humpback whale. It's not flat, because you sometimes think something looks like it does, but it doesn't. Doesn't look correct.
Yeah, I mean, like taking video and being able to assess yourself is huge. I mean, even like I'm in different like calisthenics groups, and people always like asking people like to check their form and different things, like, well, how can I improve? Because I mean, there's also ways to little ways that you can fix things to make it easier or just like more efficient, let me say, but also to like increase like the difficulty. But another thing about like body weight exercises is that, like, yes, like the technique is is important, but for like basic movements, you know, you normally don't have to worry so much about the injuries. You know what I mean? So like if you ask like a small child to like do some pull-ups, I mean, their form is gonna be terrible, but they're not gonna hurt themselves, you know, because like your body is meant to move itself. You know, and so like outside of having underlying issues or whatever, you know, you should be fine. But it is really important, especially if you want to like learn more difficult skills, or if you want to add like a lot of resistance. Like if you see somebody squatting like 300 plus pounds, you know, they better know what they're doing.
Yes,
you know?
yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
some serious
that could
weight.
go wrong quickly.
Yes, yeah.
I think it was Joseph Pilates who said it's better to do one move perfectly than to do 100 moves wrong. I think that's Pilates.
That's so true. Yeah. Technique is so important. Yeah. I think there's a question in the chat, Lucy.
I don't think it's a question, but it's a comment.
Oh,
Dad
right.
says, I tried Joe Wick here in the UK and found him very difficult to follow. Maybe it was just me. I don't know who Joe Wick is, Dad. Can you tell us, is it like a workout thing on YouTube?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. Like when you're following someone, you know, how do you make your videos? I know how you do it, but for everyone else, how do you make your videos easy to follow and easy to do, you know, because you want to be joining in, I guess, rather than just watching and then getting it. Does that make sense as a question? How do you make your videos easy to follow?
I don't know. I mean, I'm still trying to like figure that out myself. I mean, I just try to like demonstrate some of the stuff. So it depends if I'm just like working on like one movement or whatever. But if we're like switching between like different things, sometimes I'll show like a quick clip, you know, of a demonstration before like actually like jumping into it. But like I also like kind of use it as like a lot of my videos are like one round of the workout, you know, and so like it's designed for you to kind of replay multiple times, and you're saying like 2 to 4 times depending on your fitness level. So if you kind of like follow through it, then you should like, because I'm not doing any like crazy moves that are you know, that take a lot of practice per se.
Got you. Oh, Dad's come back with the
YouTube workout, very popular, but his explanations weren't good. Yeah, it must be quite hard to do workout videos, Mark, to, you know, get that balance right.
Yeah, because if you're face to face, you can actually coach somebody. You can see where they're going wrong, and you can, you know, coach them. But it is more difficult, you know, to actually teach online. You have to think about it slightly differently, I presume.
Well, yeah, I mean, so hopefully like people reach out to me if like they're having issues. So like, you know, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. People can say, hey, you know what, like, you know, check out, this is a video of me doing this move. Can you look at it? I don't have a problem like assessing. I'm looking to make connections. And that's really kind of like why I'm doing this. Like I'm calling myself a fitness professional. I'm not a certified trainer. So like, but I'm thinking about getting my certification.
Nice.
But you don't necessarily have to have one to train legally. But you know, I mean, I just like coach and help friends at the moment.
Well, that is great that you do give feedback. I mean, I've just asked you something, for example, on, you know, press ups. I couldn't do the full press up, and you gave me an alternative when I questioned that. And I know Lucy's asked questions too. And it's really good that you know, that you've got that connection with your audience, and that they can feel that they can ask you questions or show you videos and get a personal response, you know, and quickly. That is super awesome. Yeah, really, because you're not just like, oh, I'm doing this, look at me, and to hell with the rest of you. You know, you are actually, it's a two-way thing.
It's an engagement.
Yeah. Like this other guy sounds like it might be a little bit like that. I don't know, never seen him, but you know.
Yeah. Well, have you thought about that, Mark? Like when you get, because you will, when you get more popular, more subscribers, more watch time, and more people are asking questions, how do you plan to keep up with your subscribers and keep engaging with them the way that you do right now, which is so amazing?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't, you know, it'd be great to have like thousands of like comments pouring in on like every video. The reality though is that like a lot of the comments, you know, are not going to be directed, like they're not going to be like questions. A lot of stuff is going to be like, great job, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This is helpful, you know what I mean? You know, so like everyone, you know, if you can filter through that, like I don't know if there's a way yet to like filter out like the length of it to see like is somebody asking me a question. That would be really cool if YouTube offers something like that, you know, in the future too.
That would be cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Who knows, you may get your own TV series in time.
Get the DVDs, the merchandise.
Oh man, I don't know. Like I'm not like, so when I first started out, a lot of times my and y'all know this. I got a lot of people because we're in different like groups together. The audio of my videos started out being like really kind of unaudible. In some cases, so I really had to like work on that. Naturally, like I'm naturally an introvert, so like I'm not always like super comfortable on camera. Like I can talk about anything, but you know, to like be like engaging out, you know, to be like, hey, you know, I don't have that like let's go, you know. I'm just like I'm doing this, and I can tell you how to do it, you know what I mean? But I don't know if like you're not gonna hear the way I talk and be like, yeah, man, I'm fired up to like, let's do this.
Yeah,
you know?
But some people find that super annoying. So I think that's probably a good thing. You know, you don't want somebody who's all the time. It's a little bit,
because
it's
hard to connect to. Like, I don't know. My energy isn't that either. Like when I'm working out, it probably is a bit more on YouTube. But when I'm working out, I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep up. So when someone's like, woo, let's do it, I'm like, I don't know. It's impossible to get to that level sometimes. So you need someone a bit more like on your energy. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Or at least you'll find you your own niche, like your own audience.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I can only be me, you know. So like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, let's get back to my question.
We've all been waiting with faces.
The personal question,
like,
right?
no, what's she gonna say? It's not that bad, no. Okay, so I have heard that as a woman, and as you get older, you need even more to use weights to exercise, to increase like bone density and things like that, and that you should lift weights above your head. I was just going to ask you, is that you know, what sort of weight, how much weight should you be lifting? You know, obviously I don't want to lift too much and injure myself.
So there's no like amount of weight, and like I said, it's really just movement, you know. So like so like the concept is called progressive overload. So you can do that by either increasing like the weight. So like let's say you start out and just for example, you can press up, you know, 10-pound dumbbells, whatever, right? You know, you can say you can do that. Let's say you can do that 10 times, right? So
right.
Your progressive overload would be, you know, next time you might be able to try 12 pounds or 15 pounds, and you may not be able to get like the same amount of reps, but you know what I'm saying, like that added resistance helps you to like build muscle. Another thing, I mean, you can also do more reps, so you could keep the weight the same and just do more. So instead of doing 10, now you're doing 11 or 12, or you know, you're doing an extra set. So I mean, it's just like that. The idea is that, you know, it's that you want to grow because your body will get used to doing stuff. Like some people,
so you've always got to progress. Yeah,
like some people, like, you know, I run a mile every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I not like losing weight or whatever? Well, you know, nothing's changed. If you're saying you're eating exactly the same, so your like caloric intake is the same, and you're doing the same amount of work. So your body has adapted to that. you know, so like you may be, you're healthy, you know what I mean, like because it's still like building up like your cardiovascular system, but you're not, you know, you're not necessarily like getting like bigger, faster, stronger, or anything if you're just doing the same thing.
Right, got you. Yeah, got you. Right.
So then my next question is...
Oh, yeah, you've got to turn now.
Yeah, I'll speak now. How do you stay motivated? Because, you know, say you run a mile a day, that's what you've got time for. That's where you feel comfortable and you feel good. And then, you know, you want to step it up. Maybe you want to lose some more weight or just, you know, take it to the next level. But that just seems like maybe exhausting or like a big time commitment. Like, how do you personally stay motivated when you're always trying to get to another level?
Well, all right. So, you know, like me personally, like I'm not always like, you know, saying sometimes that, you know, there's like, sometimes I just like work out like in just to do something just for maintenance, you know. Like I may not have time for like a full workout or whatever, just because life comes at you, right? You know, things come up, you get different obligations, whatever, you know. So it's like, okay, well, you know, I plan to, you know, work out and go to the gym at this time, but this meeting just came up, so I can't do that. But you know, all right, well, I've got like, you know, a few minutes in between, I can still do something. But like, so it's, for me, it's more like discipline over motivation, because you won't, the reality is you won't always be motivated. Like you won't always like want to work out because it's hard, you know. It's like, you know what I mean? But if you have your goals, I mean, some people do like vision boards or like whatever motivates you, and like get like your why for doing it, you know. So you're like, you know, if you went to the doctor and they said you know, you are morbidly obese and you are at the risk of death, you know what I'm saying? That's a motivating thing, right? For most people, they don't necessarily have that, but some people like, you know, like I want to wear this dress, or you know what I'm saying, like I want to look good to my partner, you know what I'm saying, or like I want to be able to do something, and your goals could be as specific or as general as possible, but like that's like your reminder, you know. But you're not gonna go into every workout like amped up, definitely not.
No. Oh, that's a very good point. And Mark, taking that example, how do you stay motivated and focused and enthusiastic with your YouTube channel? What is it that keeps you going?
So for me, it's like once I like lock in and decide to do something, I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
So like before, so I'm a teacher by profession. So
we
I
didn't
started my
know
channel. Well, so yeah, so I teach like 8th grade math in middle school, but before, like I started my channel during COVID, so like at that was when we first kind of went to distance learning, and then we went into like the summer. So I was like, okay, well, I have all this extra time because I'm not driving to work. You know, and then in the summertime I was doing stuff. So I'm like, all right, so for me, it's like I had this time to put into it and build those habits. If I would have started right now, to be honest, like I probably would have stopped my channel, just because like I haven't, you know, I don't always have the time. I don't have the same amount of time to create content. Also, a lot of my original stuff was kind of like outside and it was warmer. Just because of like space in the house. It's like, you know, I put stuff like for like Instagram or whatever, but like I don't always have like the right setup to present, you know, to like to the masses.
Yeah, that's difficult, isn't it? Finding the space. Yeah. That's why we're so often sitting on this sofa.
Well, I mean, 'cause like a lot of times, like my workouts are in like this hallway in my house, and so it doesn't even like work necessarily. Like it doesn't look good with the horizontal view. You know what I mean? So I mean, so you know, I don't always do it, but because I have put in the work, it makes it easier. It's like, all right, you know, like because even people ask me now, like, when are you gonna come out with another video? I'm like, I just need some time, and I'm gonna do it. But sometimes people ask me to like create something for them, and then
that's nice.
That's more motivating. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my friends, one of my first videos was like how to do like pull-ups or whatever. And again, the audio was terrible, but I always tell people like I'm gonna redo that video, but the information is solid.
Yeah.
It's nice that when you had that time, you were also learning, because like we also found that there was so much to learn with YouTube, and we started our channel during COVID too, when we also had a bit more time. And you know, like we found that we also needed that time to learn everything, you know, like how to make the sound good, how to make the pictures good, you know, how to like even just use YouTube, like uploading a video, doing tags and descriptions and all that stuff. It just takes time. So yeah, can totally relate to that. And I just want to say a quick hi. We have a new person here. Eleanor Elaborate says hello.
Oh, hi, Eleanor.
Hello,
Lovely you could
welcome.
join us. Thank you for coming along.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you're sitting there at home, please say hi, ask a question, and please give everyone a like. Or should we just mention now we've got a pause? Who have we got on the show next week, Lucy?
Oh yes, I'll just quickly mention our guest next week is called Nicolin, otherwise known as Fruity Gum Syrup on YouTube.
What a great name.
Love that name.
Fruity Gum Syrup.
Yeah. And Fruity Gum Syrup is about, well, a lot of music covers of like popular chart stuff, but also some anime music, which has been really cool because I didn't know a lot about that.
Yeah.
And
singing in Japanese sometimes.
In Japanese and English.
Yeah.
And also a bit like our channel, like we do British in America, but it's Japanese in America. So that's interesting too. So that's next week at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. So what do you think one of your biggest challenges is then since you started YouTube? Is it the time factor or?
Yeah, I would say this, like just the time for like editing, because I didn't even realize sometimes just like it sometimes it just takes so long even just to upload, you know. It's like like it's done and I want it like up like right now, you know what I'm saying, because I created, but it's like, oh, you know, uploading from my phone or from my computer, it's like 45 minutes later, an hour later, all depending how long like the video is, you're like this is just get up there. You know, but it just is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, Eleanor's got a question.
Oh, let's see. Eleanor says, how do you decide what people you bring on for your live interviews? Oh, that's for us.
Yeah.
Gosh, well, I mean, we often reach out to people whose channels we love. That's what happened with the lovely Mark here. Sometimes people reach out to us, which is wonderful, and say, can we come on and talk about our channel?
Yeah.
And we've put out Facebook shout outs to see if anyone's interested. Basically, if you have a YouTube channel and you want to talk about it, you can come on. Doesn't matter how big the channel is, how small it is, what the subject matter is. We want to talk to everyone. So
so we're contactable at Brit Girls Go Stateside.
Yes, I think that's
which is on the screen.
On the screen there.
Yeah, so
if anyone wants to come on.
So if you're thinking about it, Eleanor, drop us a line.
Definitely reach out to them, man. I highly recommend it. They're awesome people.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, thank you. It feels a bit scary at first, you know, the thought of being live, but actually once you start, it's fine. And you know,
do you think so, Mark?
I'm speaking for you, Mark.
It's just a conversation, you know what I mean? So like, you know, you're talking about things. It seems nervous or whatever, but like you're talking about things that you love. So you know, it's not that hard.
Thank you.
You know, and y'all are easy to talk to as well. So you know. Very very great energy. That's one of the things I've always noticed, you know, saying when I watch your channel, you know, the way that y'all vibe with each other and the way you interact with your audience, you know, I've always respected and loved it a lot.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah, that really does mean a lot, doesn't it?
Thank you very much.
Because we love to do this, like honestly, just to like bask in how wonderful it is. Like it's honestly one of our favorite things to do, to firstly do YouTube, but also have guests on live.
And it's lovely to actually, you know, we watch you on your videos and everything, but actually speak to you, you know, kind of face to face, you know, it's great because you get to know somebody more, and it's nice to you know, be able to share other people's channels so that other people can check them out.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on over there?
Oh, let's see. Eleanor says, I asked because I would love to come on. Yay! I have done a TEDx talk. Oh, wow. Well, feel free to pop the link there. And we'll check
super
that
excited.
out.
Thank you, Eleanor.
And how we can reach you as well, or reach out to us, as we say, and we'll sort something out. And Talking Bear 58 is here.
Hi, Jarrett. Lovely
Hi, Jarrett. Thank you for coming.
From you. Yes. So, Mark, so you sometimes get your viewers suggesting topics for your channel, certain exercises or nutrition. So how do you normally choose what you're going to put on and what videos to prepare?
So I'll be honest, I don't talk about nutrition like almost at all, because that's just not really my expertise. I can give you like general stuff or whatever, but you know that's harder because you know saying like that takes a lot more like commitment and involvement, because now you gotta like you gotta buy the food, you gotta cook it and prepare it, whatever. So I can only give you guidelines.
It is hard to film. Yeah, we're not too good at that stuff. We try to avoid that cooking stuff on the channel. It's very difficult. Yeah, we have done 1 or 2 things, but
yeah.
yeah. So do you have like, do you think, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and this coming up, or do you just sort of think, I've been watching somebody else's channel, or I've seen that, or oh, I don't know, think I've covered this before? How do you sort of choose topics?
For me, sometimes I do like challenges or whatever. So like I've posted it like a few different times. Like I did this challenges, like the Barbarians, they're like a really big calisthenics group, and like they're known for doing like high reps and sets and stuff like that, you know, very like performance athletes. So one of their challenges is 5-minute drill, so it's 50 pull-ups and 100 push-ups in under 5 minutes. So I think I've done it like 2, maybe 3. I've done at least 2, maybe 3 times on my channel, but each time working like improving my form. So like the last time I did it was my worst time. Like I did it and I got it within like 3 seconds of the time limit, but my form was better on, you know, so it was harder, you know what I'm saying? And so that's probably like, I'm more proud of that one than the other ones. So and I do think like that. Sometimes I just do like examples of like exercises, you know, just like to show people stuff, or just like quick workouts, you know. But sometimes people like, hey, you know, like I want to do, like one time a friend was like, you know, I have these issues with my knee, I'm looking for like a low impact workout, so I made like a low impact HIIT workout, you know.
Perfect. Yeah, there really is something for everybody on your channel. You know, don't think, guys, if you haven't checked Mark out, that oh I can't do all that stuff, you know, I can't do all that intense workout. It really is, there is something for everybody. And there's always, as you said before, there's always like, if you can't do this, or you can do it like that. So there's options as well, which is really, really helpful. And I think the fact that people can see your progression as well, and you can talk about that, is interesting, because, and also motivating, because, you know, you can't always be perfect when you first start out doing something. You know, it takes time to progress. And I think that is very interesting and motivating too.
That makes me think, what's the guy's name? He's like a really big guy in like the workout and fitness world. I can't think of his name now, but I was listening to an interview with him, and he was saying there's so much pressure now. Every time I go out, I've got to look my best. Like I can't have an off day because I'm representing this brand now. But I like that you're just like, you're showing your journey, like you're a real person, you know, you're like someone that's relatable, and you're just like, you know, a human. I think that's really important to see your progression as well, in order to keep people like me motivated.
Yes,
like, oh, Mark's still developing. That's cool.
I was like, I mean, the thing is like you should never stop learning or like trying to improve yourself, and that's with anything, you know, whether it's like school, whatever that you're interested in or that you have to do. Like, you know, if you have a job, even if you don't necessarily like it, you know, get better at it, because you can transfer those skills and respond and like experiences to something else as well.
Yeah, that's good advice. You can tell Mark's a teacher, can't you?
Yeah.
Motivate those kids.
Yeah. Let's see. We got some stuff happening in the chat. Kasie says, I love the reviews and the chin up one and the muscle relaxing machine. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Those are fantastic. I wish I could get sent those two to review. Yeah, I like your reviews too.
You do great unboxings and things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love toys, man. So like, it's, you know, just playing around with different stuff. I like using different types of equipment. The muscle relaxing was one of those like percussion massage guns. And so like I'd reached out to a company, and it's like, hey, I'd like to review your product, whatever. And it's like, yes, sure. So if anybody's out there would like me to review the product, please like reach out. I love doing that type of stuff, and it's something that it was something I wanted like for a long time. But the price ranges are so different, saying you got like some like super cheap ones for like $50 to like the ultra like professional ones going for like $600. So I had no idea like what to get. So I was like, all right, well, I had this opportunity. And I'm really happy with the one that I got. And like I use it like regularly, especially for like I tend to have a lot of tension in my shoulders, and like my hamstrings are pretty tight. So it helps me out a lot.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't realize. I thought these were things that you just kind of buy, and then because you have them, you unbox them. But it's really cool that you reach out to companies.
I mean, I get turned down a lot. That thing is, I've got,
now you have
got, well, I really just started with that, because the first time was the pull-up bar he's talking about, and actually I was just reaching out like on Instagram, just saying like hey, it's like people follow me, and I'm like, hey, I have if you're interested in fitness, I had this YouTube channel, I'll just send them a DM, go ahead, check it out. And so like, it was like, hey, you know what, like we'd like you to try our pull-up bar. And I was like, absolutely, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally my favorite like body weight exercise, So I got that, and I love it. So it's not something, I haven't been paid or anything for doing this or representing companies. I would love to like branch out and do that type of stuff too. But but it's just fun. It gives me more content, to produce, and I love, because I use these things. So I'm waiting for it to get warmer, because like it's my pull-up bar is actually like portable, so I'm gonna put it in the truck and like go somewhere and be like, oh, just set up like outside the grocery store and be doing something just for fun, like.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That would be really good.
Would you get some good reactions?
Yeah. Fantastic. Let's see, because I can see we've got some more questions for you. Talky Bear Jarrett says, I've been waiting for this interview. I have a couple of questions with fitness. I'm experiencing something in my wrist, making it hard for me to do push-ups. What would be some good alternatives?
All right. So it depends. I don't necessarily like know what's going on in your wrist. It could be like carpal tunnel, or it could be something. So like, I mean, but definitely, you can definitely do like warm-ups to just like see what type of pressure you can put on your wrists. Just like, bend them and flex them like from the like on the ground, do different type of things, and just like turn them out. Just as warm-ups, even like jumping rope. So like recently, I haven't done a video, but I recently got like a jump rope, and this you can take the rope part off, but it has like these weights, so like I can do it inside the house as opposed to having to step outside, because it's like it's too cold. And not like jumping rope is not something that I do regularly. But I realize like the benefits of it, and so like I won't, it being cold, I'm 99% chance I'm not going to step outside my house and like jump rope. But now I have it inside the house, like all right, in a few like 1 to 3 minute rounds, and then it really just like get your whole body warmed up. Even like I may just I may be doing an arm workout or a back workout, but it gets the blood flowing like through everything. But another thing I say, like, so even just if you can't do the full push-up, you can do like them like on your knees, whatever. Definitely, but I had to say this, definitely like check it out if it's something that's
I think so, because you never know, do you? I mean, they'll probably give you a scan and find out what's really going on, and and advise you or give you some sort of therapy. So I think that is good advice, Mark.
Yeah, and it is hard. I don't know what happened, Jared, but I broke my wrist, and it's hard once you've had an injury, then to put any pressure on without making it worse. So do be careful, because I find it hard to be in a press up position for very long. He also says, what are some really good exercises to help with abs and toning your midsection?
Thank you, Jarrett. That was my next question.
We all want that six pack in 2021.
Yeah, how do we, or the guys especially, get that six pack?
As a gal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. Okay. How do we get a six pack?
So before I answer, I'm gonna say one more thing for the wrist. I just thought of is, like, some people have like push up handles, and that may help because you're like, wrist it's like stacked up as opposed to like in a flexion.
Right, that's a good point, because I think my wrists are a bit weak, so that would be less pressure on them. Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah.
But as far as like the six pack, so the first thing with the six pack is really your nutrition. Like they say, like, like abs are built in the kitchen. So it's kind of like two parts to it. So like abs are built in like when you do the work, but like they show because of like your like nutrition and like the other stuff that you do. Because like your abs are not, if you could have really strong abs and that your abdominal muscles could be actually pretty big, but they, you know what I'm saying, they don't grow. They're not showy muscles like your biceps or things like that. But if you have like a layer of fat over them, you know what I mean, like you're just not going to see them. So you have like. And you can't really, you can't target, you can't say, oh, I want to burn like belly fat or whatever. Specifically, it's going to be like wherever you genetically like tend to burn weight or whatever. But you can definitely work on different things, like planks are really good just for for core strength. It's not necessarily gonna make your abs big or showy. For like lower abs, I do like leg raises. So you can do just lift up your knees to make it easier, or you can like have your legs stretched out, toes pointed for to make it harder. If you're hanging from a bar, you can go all the way up, toes to bar. Crunches are good. A lot of people say, crunches and sit-ups are bad for you. I mean, it really just depends on like your current like level of fitness. Because at that point you are flexing your spine. But like with the crunches are safer than than full push-ups, especially for beginners. One thing that's really good too is like the hollow body position. So it's something that gymnasts use a lot. Gosh, I really can't demonstrate.
I was gonna say,
look up hollow body holds.
Hollow body holds. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a static hold. It's like you're like flexing your core. So it's like kind of like, saying you can have, if your arms are extended, it can be like more resistance or whatever. And there are ways to like simplify it too. But it's like you kind of make like you're kind of like in like an arch. Your body's like kind of like an arch with your back flat. It doesn't make on against the ground, and just your stomach's just flexed. That's really good.
Right, got you. Yeah.
And if you have any videos, Mark, about any of these topics, feel free to send us the link, and what we'll do is we'll put them in the description or the comments after this video is finished processing. So if people are watching the replay, if they want to come back and find the videos, then feel free to send them over and we'll pop them in for people.
Sure.
I'm sure. I don't have anything showing that where I just said the hollow body hold, but I have a whole like series of core workouts. So like 1 minute challenges. They're in a playlist, so you can go through all of them, or you can separate them and make your own playlist that you'd like to do.
Great. Yeah, that's fantastic.
I've tried some of those and they are really good.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's see. Eleanor says, if you click on my channel, you can find my email to contact me. Yes, we will do that.
Yes.
And she says, yes, I've been trying to find a workout in this new year.
Yes. So this is
perfect.
Yes, it is.
Any tips on exercises to loosen your hamstrings?
Exercises to loosen your hamstrings?
I suppose make you more flexible, because I think a lot of guys, their hamstrings are naturally tighter, maybe because of the sports and stuff they play, than women tend to be more flexible in general, but that's very generalized, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just as you get like older too, you know what I'm saying? That's just like one of the things, and people don't work their hamstrings as much as, because normally when you think of like squats were more like your quads, like the front of your legs. I mean, I would say like stretching, yoga. You can do like dynamic stretching, different things like that. Like I definitely don't have like the answer, because that's the only place where I tend to carry a lot of tension. My hamstrings tend to be tight. But like, you know, you can put your leg up on like a bar and just kind of like stretch it out, or even doing like kicks, like almost like an axe kick, if you're like familiar with like martial arts, just straight in front of you. Yeah, not like you're like trying to like hurt a person, but just to get that motion, and just, you know, and just kind of loosening up your joints and stuff like that, and your muscle tendons. So
yes, yeah, good advice.
Yeah, and I actually, just as a side note, because I had really tight hamstrings for a while, and that connected to my back and was somehow giving me a lot of back pain. Like, as they say in yoga, it's all connected. So if you have back pain as well, it could be because your hamstrings are tight. You knew?
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
KG says, he's talking to Talkie Bear. He says, sometimes a push-up bar. Yes. Helps depending on how bad it is. Push-up bars allow you not to flex your wrist as much, but put less pressure on there. Yeah, that's the thing you were talking about, isn't it, Mark, with the for the press-ups?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Dad next.
Dad says, I agree with Eleanor. Hamstrings. Yes, we covered that. Brilliant. Oh, and yes, says Mark mentioned the same. Yes. And he says there are some very good yoga hamstring stretches. I use those to keep mine loose.
Yeah, yoga's very good, isn't it, for stretching and flexibility?
Yeah, definitely. I follow Yoga with Adrian, if anyone's looking for a good yoga YouTuber. She's really lovely, and she is a larger YouTuber, but she's so down to earth and really, really nice. So if anyone's looking for yoga only, that would be my recommendation. And
yoga is not, you know, yoga can be a great workout too. You know,
it's harder than you think. If you've not tried it before, it's not that easy.
Big misconception, I think, about yoga.
Oh man, I did this challenge. It was like a month-long challenge, and every month they did like a different pose. So we had like upload, you know, they had a yoga instructor, and they were like, you know, would show like pictures or like videos demonstrating, and everybody would like do like the pose. And I was like, wow, you know, just like, I mean, I know my flexibility is not my strong point, but some stuff I was like, man, like I can't do this. And these were things that were meant for, you know, at beginner, not to intermediate, like some of the stuff. So she showed some like intermediate, like, you know, ways, you know, because again, there's always like, you know, an extra thing that you could do. She's like, oh, you know what, you're doing this, and if you want to take a step further, you can do this and grab your leg, and it's like, okay, well, I can't do that. But you know, but even some of the stuff, you know, is just like, wow, you know, it's just like, it's humbling, you know, it's humbling. It's important though, as you get older, you know, just to be able to move, because you just get stiffer if you don't move.
So important. You're right. Yeah, keep that flexibility, and you know, all over your body. You know, the shoulders. You know, your back, your legs, everywhere. It's so important. Yeah.
Did you notice when you were doing those yoga challenges that it either just made you feel better, or it helped your other workouts, or anything like that?
Well, for this challenge in particularly, like it helped me like on like a personal level more than like physically, because it just made me like realize things, and like it motivated me to do other stuff, because it was just like do this and like repeat. So some of the things I'd have to like practice, because like I might be balancing and like I, you know, almost fall over or something like that, but like, oh, okay, well, I'm not gonna upload that, but
well, go on, Mark, I'm sure you've got that footage somewhere. Yeah, you might get more hits than any other video. You never know,
right? But you know, but you know, for like real benefit though, you got to do like you have to practice like the same pose on like a regular basis, or you know, like go through like different yoga flows or whatever, and just getting used to it. The thing it was fun, but it was just I wasn't repeating, like the poses like throughout the challenges. This is like a 1-day thing. And I could have personally done better at that, you know what I mean? But like I either like didn't have the time, or I didn't make the time, or like it wasn't.
I think what you're saying, really, it's really important that what exercise you are doing, that you really enjoy it, because if you're doing some sort of exercise and you absolutely hate it and it's a chore and it's not really for you, it's not worth really doing that. You have to find something or some things, maybe a variety, that suit you, and you actually feel that you motivated in some respect to do.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're in January, right? So the beginning of the year, everybody makes like resolutions.
Yeah.
And like maybe not now just because of COVID or whatever, but like normally like gyms are like, super packed in January, and then like February, everybody's gone because people think, that, I mean, it's work and it's hard, but people think that you have to like torture yourself to like get fit. People like, oh, like I've got to like starve myself, which is absolutely wrong. Or like I've got to work out like 4 to 6 days a week, and it's like, look, if it's just like any, like if it's just like a habit. If you do something, and you're trying to stop one habit, you may not be able to go cold turkey. It's just like you can't just jump into something. Some people can, but but your average person is not going to, just because like the way things come up. So like if I say I'm gonna work out 6 times a week, and then something comes up for like 2 or 3 of those days, now I feel bad about myself because I missed those days, and then I'm just like, oh well, I can't do it. It's not a realistic goal, and I just quit. So I tell people, just like, make a realistic and definite commitment. Say like I will work out 1 to 2 days like a week, and if I, no matter what, so I got 7 days, I'm going to work out 1 or 2 of those days, no matter what. The reality is that, and the expectation should be, that they're going to do more, but that more is like a bonus, you know what I mean? And then, like,
exactly.
Adding
That's
up
very
to it.
important. Yeah, because then you feel like, oh, great, I've not only achieved my goal, but I've gone beyond it, rather than the other way, like, oh, failed, I've quit.
Yeah.
That's really good advice. Yeah.
Mindset gets involved in everything, like your psychology can determine, your success or failure, like in an instant.
That's so true, isn't it?
It's so true. It's so much a mental game as well as a physical one, isn't it?
Yeah. What's going on in the chat?
Where did I get up to? Let's see. KG says, the first time I tried P90X yoga, I only lasted 5 minutes. I thought yoga would be easy, but it was hard. I had to build up little by little. But the benefits are incredible. Strength improvement, endurance, core, stability, balance, and of course, flexibility. It's really helpful. Start simply and slowly work your way up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the yoga teachers always say that yoga is a journey, and it's your personal journey. You shouldn't just think, oh, I can't do that, like she can or he can, and so I'm failing. It's your sort of personal journey. So, it is a progression, isn't it?
Yeah. That's right. And it's like a metaphor for life, isn't it? It's like, be where you're at now and grow and improve. And that kind of translates to every area.
Yeah.
Cool. Eleanor says, yeah, I have a habit tracker. I've been going on walks for 16 days straight.
Wow.
Cool.
Brilliant.
My next step is to try and find a routine to do 2 days a week. Well, that's fantastic, first of all. Good job. I think walking is so beneficial. Just walking.
For mentally as well as physically. To get outside and actually walk. We went out yesterday and it felt so good, didn't it? We used to just sort of stay here and do stuff, and we just went out and ventured out and did something, and it was lovely, and we think we're going to do that more often.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, one of the best things about walking is it's fun. And it can be relaxing, so like you're not you're not like, oh, like this is so hard, unless somebody takes you on a crazy hike.
Yeah. And I think especially nowadays when we're all stuck inside so much, or at least a lot of us are, just to get out and like be outside is
absolutely
very therapeutic.
Yeah.
Get some sunshine, be out in nature.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah, so important.
Yeah. So if anyone's, my dog is pulling at my hoodie, so that's why I'm kind of
like me. It's not me, my hands are here.
I thought I'd just explain that. She's being very cute, but a little distracting, Layla, a little distracting.
Okay, we got more comments, Lucy.
Mark, oh, this is KG. Mark said, KG says, Mark, do you use a foam roller or a rumble roller? Those are really helpful in keeping my body relaxed and loose, including hamstrings.
Yeah, so I have a foam roller, and I use that regularly. I will say, since I got the percussion massager, I haven't used it since I got the percussion massager. But that's what I got first. It was also, it's a lot less expensive too. But it's more, it requires like more like manual work, and it can take a lot longer too. But yeah, I definitely recommend it though. Like they're definitely a great way to like to release like tension. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
Yeah, and quite good as well for like having around the house. We have one, and like sometimes if I'm just watching TV or something, I'll get it out and just like
feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, very simple sort of thing, but it actually does feel really good.
Yes. Jenny's here.
Hi,
Jenny. Welcome. Jenny says, hi, everyone. I joined late, but I was just about to ask for some advice on how to stay motivated. Yes, I think setting realistic goals for yourself is very good advice. Yeah, I know we covered this a little, Mark, but do you have any advice for Jenny staying motivated?
So I'm gonna go back to what I said before. It's just like, figuring out your why, like what are your goals, and like what do you want to do, and always like keep that in mind. Like I said, some people do like a vision board, and that could be you could have one just based on solely on fitness, or that could be part of your general life vision board. I think that's a great tool for like for any goals that you want. And find people, like, so like I've been working out mainly by myself at home, but I like in the gym and stuff, I've always had my best workouts with other people, because you can like push each other, or find somebody like even just like an accountability partner, like, hey, like, did you work out today?
That's very true. Like, you go to a class, you think, oh, I don't feel like going today, but you don't want to let your friend down, because that's true. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, my husband won't mind me sharing, he's doing a running goal, and his friend, I think she's in Tennessee, I want to say, is also doing it, and she called him up the other day and she's like, you're not doing it. Yeah. So he went out on a run.
I mean, that's the thing is, it's like we're social people, we're a community, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you're not doing something, even like with like the producing content, if people like, hey, like, when's the next video coming out, just like, all right, cool, like, just make sure you're doing stuff. So it, support and help each other. That's what people are supposed to do.
Yeah. And the YouTube community has really helped us keep going as well. It's been amazing, hasn't it?
It has, yeah, so supportive and motivating completely, as you say. Yeah, having those other people you feel are there for you, and you can be there for them, and sort of it works both ways, really. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Eleanor says, yeah, I just put my headphones on and walk around my college campus. Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Music does help, doesn't it? I think music can help when you're exercising. Yeah, for sure.
The worst thing is to get to the gym and realize you left your headphones at home.
Oh, I've turned around and gone back.
Oh no, that's awful, because it's just so boring, isn't it?
Yeah. Talky Bear says, usually I try to exercise 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I have a routine like I like doing 50 squats, donkey kicks for 60 seconds, 50 push-ups, 60 seconds of side crunches, 60 seconds of plank, and then crossing toe touches for 60 seconds. I also do arm circles and high knees before and then to rhomboid stretches and arm stretches after work. Oh, you're making me feel tired, Jarrett.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. I
Oh, wow.
usually exercise before I go to bed, and I'm just curious, what are some things I could add or change in my routine to give me a better workout before bed?
Should you exercise before bed?
Yeah, I mean, it all just depends. I say you should exercise like when you have the time to, when your schedule will allow. So it doesn't mess up your sleep. I mean, in some cases it can like give you better sleep at night. Some people work out in the morning because it kind of like preps them for like the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Some people work out on their lunch break because that's like they have access to a gym and that's like when it's available. So there's no wrong time to do it. Obviously like maybe like not like right before like an event, because you don't want to be all sweaty and stuff like that. As long as you have time to take a shower. But
yeah, definitely not. No.
But as far as like the routine, it sounds good. I would say make sure that you are progressively overloading. So it could be more time or at resistance, whatever. Just that yeah. I mean, other than that, because it sounds like you're doing like a full body weight circuit most of the time. I would say maybe look into, it depends on what your goals are too, but maybe look into like a different split sometimes. So like I'll do like, if I was doing like 6 days a week, I do like a push pull leg split. So like push means like your pressing movements, like the push up or like overhead presses, things like that. So like more like chest and like tricep focused, and like pull would be more like back and biceps. And then you have and then legs on like a separate day. That way it gives you time to let all your muscles relax. But then it all depends on like the intensity though too. So like with that, you can, like I said, you can do like more weight, and that's like, especially if you're doing like heavier lifts. But it sounds like you're doing like mainly like body weight stuff, which is definitely easier to recover from faster, because like it doesn't put as much stress on your central nervous system. But yeah, I just say, just make sure that you're progressively overloading.
Awesome advice.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Perfect.
I think KG's got something to say too about that.
Let's see. KG says, thanks to all of y'all for your support. Can't do the accent. Thanks to all of y'all for your... Sorry, Kasie.
Just missed that word out. He put that there.
He's basically saying thank you for your community support.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, thank you so much to everyone who comes to these lives and supports our guests, supports us. It's really amazing. And we're so grateful for this community. And you guys show up. It's just wonderful. And he says, Mark, calisthenics seem very challenging. What made you decide to try this style versus doing regular gym exercises? I feel this is one that will take more dedication than other styles. Now, sorry to sound daft, but what is calisthenics before we move on to the other part?
Okay, so calisthenics is I gotta remember like the root word is it comes from I'm like trying to think of it, but it means like beautiful body or beautiful like motion or whatever. And so it's like, it's like the art form of like training and like using like your body. So I mean, and there's like calisthenics could be anything, any body weight exercises or whatever. So from jumping jacks and like your basic stuff that you might do in like a PE class, all the way up to like gymnastics and different types of things like that. So I mean, there's a huge spectrum. Like I have videos like showing that there's like levels to this. I was training with some guys and they're way more advanced than me. Like they're doing all types of crazy stuff. But even like they're able to even help and progress each other too. But it's, so like my journey really kind of started at the beginning of last year. I turned 40 last year in October, and I was just like, you know, at like the new year, I was like, well, you know, I've been in and out of the gym like since high school, you know what I mean? Just like life would come up, you know, I was like, oh, you know, summertime would come up, and I was like, all right, you know, like I just want to focus on being at the pool, or, you know, turn 16 and like have my driver's license. And it's like, all right, you know, instead of staying for an hour after school and going to the gym, like I want to go to the mall and talk to girls type of things. And it's just being, but the things come up, right? So I was like, well, I don't, you know, I'm not getting younger. I was like, I need to make a commitment to myself. So I was like, I'm going to do 20,000 pull-ups in 2020. And so that was like really like the kind of like the start of my thing. I was like, no matter what, I'm going to do that. And so in doing that, I knew that I also, you know, to avoid like muscular imbalances, I was always like doing like my push-ups. I was still going to the gym with friends until COVID hit. But then like COVID hit, and I started meeting all these different people on like Instagram, and it's like learning. I was like, man, people are doing really, really cool things. I want to be able to do that type of stuff too. So like, I want to be able to do the front lever, which is basically like hanging from a bar, and your body is like parallel to the ground. So like, you know, so that's what like one of the skills I'm working on now. So I can't, you know what I mean? But then, and that's like considered to be like an intermediate skill. You know, there's stuff that people can do that is just like insane, and it's like, you know, yes, I mean,
it's fun, isn't it?
You know?
Yeah, it's good to push yourself, and as you get older, you know, it gets kind of even more important to, you know, make yourself do things and to keep as fit and healthy as possible. It's so important, as we were saying earlier. And I guess doing the YouTube, oh, she's woken up now.
It was really good there for a little bit.
Yeah. So doing your YouTube actually keeps you motivated to exercise as well, I'm presuming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great.
Right.
Good question, KG. Eleanor says, yeah, I've been trying to put up content twice a week in the new year too. My motivation is continuing because of other creators. If you ever lose motivation, just talk to your YouTube friends. Isn't that so true?
Yeah. We had a Zoom meeting with one of our YouTube friends in the week, and talking about all sorts of things, how we can collaborate, but also, you know, what the difficulties are and how we help ourselves overcome them. So it was very therapeutic for all of us, and you know, and very worthwhile doing. So yeah, very good point, Eleanor.
Yes, totally agree. And Kasie says, I'm trying to fit in the USA, y'all.
That was a better one.
There we go.
There you go. I think you got your flow going on.
You see her at the end of the sentence, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still don't fit in the USA.
We're trying to blend, but failing. We do keep trying. I don't know why with our accent things.
Yeah, y'all do great, man. And you don't know, a lot of people love the British accent.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Sometimes it is sometimes you just want to blend, you know, you just want to go, I don't know, quickly into a store just to get something quickly, and you don't want to have that long conversation like, hey, you're not from around here, are you? Oh no. I just want to I'm busy at the moment. Other times it's absolutely wonderful, I have to say. Yeah, people are so kind about the accent.
Yeah, people have been lovely about it.
Yeah. I don't think sometimes you think you have an accent, you know, until you come somewhere else. Like they say, oh, I wish I had an accent, you know, the Americans. I go, well, actually, you do have an accent.
Just come to England.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have a question for Mark, then now would be the time to pop it in the live chat. Whilst you're thinking about that, I'll ask Mark our final question that we ask to all our guests, which is, Mark, if you could take everything that you've learned on your YouTube journey so far and kind of boil it down into one piece of advice that you could offer to someone who's maybe thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or someone who has a small YouTube channel, what advice could you give someone to kind of help them on their way?
I would say, you know, like just do it, you know, don't be fearful. Just figure out, you know, like just put out content. Your content is going to improve. meet people and learn, you know, and just always be willing to learn and just trying to get better.
Yeah, that's very good advice. That's very succinct and concise, and just go for it. You should really, you can always procrastinate and keep, you know, saying, oh well, I'm just going to get better at this, I'm just going to get better at that, but you will never really find out until you start, will you? You know, it's you know, so yeah, absolutely.
I know a lot of our guests have said how long they procrastinated before starting because they felt like they had to know everything.
Well, we were a bit like that. We were exactly for a few months actually before, because we wanted to make sure we had enough content, and then we hadn't used half of it because it was so rubbish.
Perfectionism kills a lot of projects, you know.
It
does. Yeah, I think that's it. I think you want to be perfect, and you know, and you do change, you know, as you were saying, you know, you put something out and then you think, oh well, I've done another thing and people prefer that better, and actually that feels better to us, and you kind of go into a slightly different direction sometimes.
It's a journey. Let's see, KJ says, Mark, looking forward to seeing more from you this year. Congrats on passing the 1K. And I'm sure you're going to grow quickly. Awesome content.
Absolutely. Everyone please check. Thank you for that, KG, and please check Mark's channel out if you haven't done so already. Please give us a like, we would really appreciate it. And well, all it is left for us to say is thank you so much, Mark, for coming on our channel. We're really excited you accepted our request, and I think we've learned a lot from listening to you. Wonderful advice, and you've made it all so very interesting, and I feel quite motivated now to do more than I do. So yeah.
Awesome.
And before we go, Eleanor says, you never know what will be a hit. Isn't that true? You just have to continue putting content out there. I have many topics on my channel. We are so excited that you came today, Eleanor, and that we're going to check out your channel after this, and it's so nice to meet new people on this journey. So thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing your channel with us. And Torgi Jarrett says, it was such a great time, thanks for the advice. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mark. And we'll see you all next week.
Thank you very much for having me, y'all. Thank you very much.
You are so welcome.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.